everyone, my name is QIANLUO and the metrics number is 8198481. Today I'll be talking about something that relates to all of us, toxic relationship.
Have you ever been in a relationship where you always said sorry even when you didn't do anything wrong? Or maybe you feel like you were not good enough for certain people? If you are nodding your head right now, it might be time to rethink those relationships. You might be stuck in a toxic relationship. I recently read The Courage to Be Disliked, which emphasizes that our happiness is deeply connected to how we interact with others. Toxic relationships can drag us down emotionally, so it's crucial to recognize and avoid them, especially for us as young adults. A survey from Providence College found almost 90% of students experience emotional abuse, especially in dating relationships. Our survey at UKM revealed most students have seen or experienced toxic relationships, and many believe universities should provide more education on the topic.
Ask yourself to spot the toxic behaviors. Do you feel belittled or manipulated? Does speaking up for yourself make you feel like the bad guy? Or are you constantly feel unworthy? These are typical toxic relationship patterns which can manifest as gaslighting or narcissistic abuse.
Let's start with gaslighting. The term comes from a 1944 movie, Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife into believing she is mentally unstable by adjusting the brightness of the gas lamp and denying it. His goal? To take control of her property. That's basically what gaslighting is all about. It's a way someone manipulates you into doubting your own reality, thoughts, or even memories. Imagine this. You and your boyfriend visit his parents for the first time during a family dinner. They are speaking in their dialect, which you don't understand, and occasionally glance at you, making you feel out of place. Your boyfriend tries to translate but only manages a few sentences, leaving you feeling excluded and awkward through the meal. Afterward, you tell him you felt uncomfortable because they could have used a language you understand but choose not to, making you feel like you didn't belong. He brushes off, saying, "You're too sensitive. That's just how my family communicates." His response makes you feel dismissed, even doubting if your feelings are valid. Instead, he could have said, "I'm sorry you felt this way. I understand it's frustrating not being part of the conversation. I'll talk to my family and try to make things more inclusive next time."
Dismissing your feeling is a form of gaslighting. This will make you question your own judgment and make you have more emotional dependence on the manipulator, who's probably be dangerous to you. And a healthy relationship should have mutual respect even during the conflict. Listening and understanding are always more important than denying responsibility.
First off, we talked about gaslighting. It's kind of like an invisible rope that quietly messes with someone's feelings and memories, making them start to doubt themselves and get lost in fake reality. Now, narcissistic abuse is a whole different ballgame. It's like a relentless storm, always tear you down with cruel words and harsh judgments. It's not just emotional, it can strip away your entire sense of worth. Every "you don't deserve this" or "you're not good enough" slowly chips away at your confidence, leaving you hollow.
Next up, I want to show you how narcissistic abuse will tear apart someone's self-image in a real-life situation through an interview.
Thank you for agreeing to this interview. Can you tell us what bothers you the most about your relationship with your friend?
She always made everything about herself. When I have good news, she had brushed it off and expect me to praise her instead.
Did she ever belittle you?
Yes, she had often said things like, "You don't have the ability," whenever I wanted to try something new.
How did that affect you?
It made me frustrated, and eventually I just stopped arguing, and it wasn't worth it.
I heard that you didn't stay in touch much after you went to college. Do you feel like you've moved on from the relationship?
Yes, I have come a long way, and I'm slowly rebuilding my confidence.
Thank you for sharing your story. We wish you all the best moving forward.
From this interview, we can see narcissistic abuse isn't just about harsh words. There is also intense need for control behind it all. The constant belittling will deprive people's self-worth. It will make you not dare to do anything new, and you won't trust anything good will happening to you. Luckily, our interviewee have ended up this situation and start her new life. But for many folks out there, the damage can run steep and take ages to heal. By recognizing toxic relationship, we can protect our mental health and live a happy life. Now let's hear from my team member how to spot the early warning sign and what should we do before it gets worse.
My name is ZHUOYI. My metric number is A1995553. Hello everyone, I will show you the early behaviors of toxic relationship you may not realize. According to the psychology of adolescent development, adolescents and young adults often encounter issues such as blurred boundaries, emotional dependence, jealousy, and competition when establishing friendships. These are all part of normal growth process, but they often make us feel confused or uneasy. Conflicts in friendships, emotional tugs of war, and even competition among friends can unknowingly affect your mental health and personal growth. Every friendship starts with laughter and support, but sometimes a simple request from a friend has complex emotions and unspoken burdens.
Hey, my friend, can you do me a favor?
Okay, actually I didn't realize. That's not just a favor. Please, please, please. As she's my friend, so I compromised at last. You may have encountered someone like this. What seemed like a simple request turns into more and more trouble. At first, it felt like a small favor, but soon you start feeling uncomfortable. What kind of friendship is healthy? How should we set our boundaries? Join your group? Okay. Some friends are enthusiastic at the first, but once real work or challenges begin, they suddenly disappear. When the results are in, they come back, hoping to take a share. Have you ever had someone like this, trying to free ride off your effort? I do my group assignment, study hard, and hard. I wonder, where is my friend? Sometimes there's a subtle jealousy within friendships. When you achieve something, not all friends will celebrate with you. Some may choose to stir up trouble behind your back or create conflicts. What's really behind these emotions, and how do you handle the undercurrents in your friendships? I got 100. Oh, you are so good. Of course. Sometimes you are not alone. Many people face similar struggles. Let's hear how they deal with it. Do you experience the toxic relationship?
Yes, I used to have a friend and she always asked me to do things for her, but she never did any return from me, so now I learned to say no to her. I thought that some people don't like me because I depended on them. Now I understand the best friendships support each other.
True friendship is built on mutual respect and support. No one-sided demands or exploitation. Recognizing and rejecting unhealthy relationships is a lesson we all need to learn. I will choose my friend more carefully, learn true friendship, and support each other. Complicated journey of friendship. We eventually understand that it's important to cherish those who genuinely care for you and have the courage to say goodbye to those who drain you. The essence of friendship lies in the word mutual. Okay, that's all my part, and my friend will tell you how to build healthy relationships and the patterns of healthy relationships.
Hello, doctor. My name is SHIKAI. My metric number is A197785. Let's discuss how to build a healthy relationships as a comparison. The mode of healthy relationships. The positive effect of healthy relationships. 1. Toxic relationships vs healthy relationships. Some relationships feel warm and empowering, while others are stressful and exhausting, even affecting our mental health. So, what are toxic relationships? They are often characterized by powering imbalances, such as one partner trying to control the other's life and decision, communication failure, such as impressing dissatisfaction through cold warmth or emotional blackmail, lack of support, such as the other partner ignoring or even denying your feelings, and long-term emotional damage, such as anxiety, depression, and even doubts about self-worth. Healthy relationships, on the other hand, are very different. They are based on mutual respect, where both partners are able to communicate openly, face problems together, and support each other while respecting each other's independence and personal space. In contrast, toxic relationships are emotionally draining, while healthy relationships feel safe and empowering. 2. Patterns of healthy relationships. Healthy relationships don't just happen. They take work. To build a healthy relationships, you must first learn to communicate effectively. When communicating, you can use I feel sentences, such as I feel neglected, instead of you always don't care about me, which can reduce this other person's defensiveness and at the same time allow your feelings to be genuinely expressed. They should also learn to listen and give feedback to the other person in simple terms, such as, so what you are saying is, to confirm your understanding. Second, clear boundaries are the foundation of the healthy relationships. Boundaries are not about isolation, but about protecting the needs of both parties, such as respecting each other's schedule or privacy. Trust is quietly important. Consistent behavior and honest communication, such as sticking the commitment and not hiding, can make the other person feel safe. Finally, conflict is a normal part of any relationships. It's just a matter of how it's handled. Nonviolent communication is an effective strategy that consists of 4 steps: observe the facts, express feeling, present needs, and clarify requests. By doing so, we can allow the relationships to improve those fractions rather than deteriorate further. 3. Positive effect of healthy relationships. Efforts to build healthy relationships are worthwhile because of the positive effects they bring in all areas. In terms of mental health, healthy relationships reduce anxiety and distress and lead to greater sense of well-being, while improving self-esteem and emotional stability. At a social level, healthy relationships help us build a positive interpersonal connection with more people and form a support social network, which can have a significant impact on an individual productivity and life satisfaction. More importantly, healthy relationships promote personal growth by allowing us to learn to manage complex emotions in our interaction with others, and to improve our problem-solving skills and sense of self-worth. Healthy relationships are therefore not only a source of personal happiness, but also an important component of social harmony. That's all. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, my name is JIANGHAO. My metric number is A197686. Let us discuss why you should avoid toxic relationships and the negative effects of toxic relationships. Toxic relationships can harm your mental and physical health, lowering your quality of life. Emotionally, they may involve manipulation, criticism, or neglect, leading to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. Physically, stress from such relationships can cause insomnia, headaches, high blood pressure. They also drain your time and energy, affecting your focus on studies, work, or goals. Additionally, toxic relationships may isolate you from supportive people and normalize unhealthy behavior, impacting future relationships and overall happiness.
What are you doing today?
I went out to have a dinner with my friend. I have a great time.
Your friend? Is that sister Zhang again? I told you she was a bad influence. Why did you meet her?
She's just my friend. We have a good time talking and we didn't do anything bad.
Why don't you listen to me? Don't you know that I ask you stay away from her is for you well, okay?
But I also have my own freedom to make a friend, and dating her will not affect our relationship.
Why do you really think you know? I'm the one who is done the most for the relationship, and you just don't care about me. Break up.
We need to avoid toxic relationships because toxic relationships will only drag you down and make you question your own abilities and worth, as we just saw in the video. Staying away from toxic relationships protects your mental health, boosts your self-confidence, frees up more time and energy to pursue positive goals, promotes healthy relationships, and foster a good environment for growth. Rejecting toxic relationships is also a form of self-protection.
I am Deng XINGZHOU. I want to introduce how to avoid toxic relationships. There may be disrespect and blaming in our interpersonal relationships, which may very likely cause the relationship to become a harmful one. So we must always respect others and be tolerant and caring towards others when interacting with others. Second, many people may rarely socialize, so their communication skills are poor. In the process of getting along with others, if you have low communication skills and only know how to listen, then the relationship will be more damaged, and one day you will not be able to hold back, just like what is experienced in the animation. Therefore, in life, we must be brave and express our idea actively. Don't remain silent. Silence will only make the toxic relationships. Only by having the courage to express yourself can you better exercise your communication skills. Third, jealous behavior. In life, you should be open-minded and don't dream of having friendly relationships with others alone. This is selfish and harmful. It will drive your friends away from you, so appreciate every friend and every relationship with an open mind. Fourth, behavioral control or emotional control. In the relationship, never try to control other behavior or emotions, nor be controlled by others. As long as this happens, the relationship must be two-seat. In interpersonal communication, everyone is equal, and everyone's behavior and emotion are diverse. In our daily life, we should be treat everyone reasonably and equally, and not try to control them with words or behavior. Finally, a healthy and friendly relationship cannot have so many sinful emotions or behaviors. If these sinful relationships exist in your relationship, it must be harmful. You can try to avoid toxic relationships with my way or ideas. If you don't avoid it in time, this kind of relationship will endanger your physical and mental health. Finally, I hope everyone can avoid toxic relationships.